Okay, hello everyone. My name is Cameron Pfeiffer. I'm making this video for Backdrop Build V3. I'm working on a project called comind. And I'm still kind of working on the pitch, but the general idea is that you can think of it as group chats and like Twitter threads and stuff that build themselves. And by what I mean by build themselves is like you and your friend, you start a group chat. Let's say you're like trying to like do like, and the topic of the group chat is like cooking, basically. And so you might like text each other back and forth, like, oh, hey, I'm looking for this kind of recipe, etc. And then each of you is getting a set of suggestions that you can just start pulling into the group chat. And those suggestions are thoughts that either come from you, they're in your personal knowledge graph, or they're thoughts from the wider community on comind. And so everything that happens on comind is you generate a personal knowledge graph and you link thoughts together, and I make it pretty easy for you to link thoughts together. It's intuitive. And it's kind of happening behind the scenes and you don't notice it. But I can use all of the stuff that you do when you click around to infer the things that you know and the things that you think are important. And so I can also do all this language model stuff. And there's a lot of retrieval augmented generation, if you know what that is, so that language models can look at a particular point in your knowledge graph and tell you everything that you know that's around that thought or similar to that thought. Okay, so the project's very much a fast-moving target. So some of this is going to be a little broken, so I hope you'll bear with me. But you can go and use this online. You can use the web client, www.comind.me, and you should end up on this page where I explain like some of the rough stuff. It's a little dated, but in order to sign up, we're going to do a secret thing because like I don't want it to be super easy to sign up. So you can go to Buckle Up, and you'll end up in the login page, but most people here won't have an email and password. So if you have a super secret code, which I'm going to tell you here, then you can go to the sign up flow. So if you type fuck yeah secret password, it'll dump you right into the sign up flow. And then you can click through here and enter username, password, and email, and it'll tell you whether or not a username is available. Please here be safe, like with your digital information. Like don't use passwords here that are like tied to that are tied to any other account anywhere else you use, because I can't guarantee the safety here because I haven't spent a lot of time on security. So please be careful. It is HTTPS, so like you don't have to worry about that. But if I get hacked or whatever, I will lose everything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in here. Okay, and so here, when I end up here, I'm at the front page of comind. And the way that comind basically works is you start out with an empty text box. Eventually there will be some other stuff here to add, but functionally the main act of interacting with comind is writing down thoughts. And a thought is essentially, currently, just a markdown document. Everything that you type in here supports full markdown, so you could do like a title here where you say like, hey, this is a new thought for Backdrop Build V3. Okay, and I'm using the hash symbol there to indicate, oh, hey, it's a new markdown thing. Thoughts on comind are markdown documents. And you can type whatever you want. You can do, you can do bullet points or whatever. The editor is not super sophisticated, so like it won't automatically handle markdown stuff. Here's a bullet point. Here's another. Some italics, etc. Right? It's standard markdown. And the idea here is you just kind of type stuff in as you go along. Once you're happy with your thought, this can be like a basic query. This can be like, you can also invoke a comind. Tell me about markdown. So there's only a few cominds. You invoke a comind with this curly braces and you put the name in. My favorite is void, and void is a language model that just lives in the void but is fine with it. It's like kind of a dull place, so Void likes talking to people. And eventually Void will get back to you because all of the stuff is on my desktop, so it's pretty slow. So try not to invoke too many cominds. You can also use summarizer. Will summarize thoughts that are related to one another. It'll try to like look in a group and summarize things. Once you do that, you hit the think button. You can also do Control Enter if you want to do like fast typing. And then on the bottom of this line, you'll get recommendations for everything that's related to that. It's just semantic search, so it's still a little clunky. I'm not happy with the recommender right now. But you can just scroll through these and see like, oh, okay, what's related to this? Let's see if there's anything that's working. Okay, so here I have a thing that's about comind UI that I've written. And let's say that I think that this is related to my markdown thing, which it kind of is because it's a UI thing. Sorry, lawnmowers. Okay, and then I like this thought, so I'm going to click the think button. And when I click the think button, and I go all the way back up to the top, oh my god, so loud. It'll add it and basically construct a thread. And you can go along and add stuff, and you're like, oh hey, here's another thought. That's all right. And so it'll tack it onto the bottom there. The titles are auto-generated, but they take a little while and they don't automatically refresh. You can hit clear to go back to the basics. You can also look at the list of your thoughts that are in chronological order. You can go to the stream, and the stream is all the public thoughts that people have posted. You can go into public and private mode by clicking this button here. Clear your stack like that. You can also go to stacks, but these don't work super well. You can't really do anything with them. Eventually, this will be like stored threads, essentially. Yeah, that's basically comind. And also, there's going to be a bunch of color stuff. You can pick your own color scheme. I actually really like the monochromatic stuff. I think it's very pretty. And that'll influence all the colors that you see in comind. Eventually, each thought will be associated with a color, and so people can kind of vote, like they can express themselves through color. So there's a lot going on with comind, and I'm really, really excited about it, so I hope you guys get to play around with it. Thank you very much, and Backdrop has been fun. So, yeah, nice to talk to you guys.